Hey guys, today I'm going to be taking a look at this little foldable drone by FQ777. That's actually the company's name. It's kind of an odd name because it sounds like a model number. The actual model number for this drone is the FQ24. As you can see, it's a foldable drone. And here I got it folded up. You obviously fold the arms out. And it's supposed to be another one of these toy clones of the Mavic, the DJI Mavic Pro. It's supposed to look like that. It says here that they got a black and red, and then they have a blue and black version. Of course, I got the blue and black. 480p or 720p camera. This is marked at 720p, but it is definitely not 720p. It's 480p. I confirmed that on the video recorded to the app on my computer. So this one is not the 720p model, and the camera is rather small. A narrow field of view. It's not a real wide field of view camera. We'll go over that here in a moment. So let's go ahead and take a look at the drone. Now the arms do lock into place, so you just pop them out, and these little switches are what you have to use. You just flip the switches forward and hold them, and then you can lock them back and unlock them. So they will lock into place, though you can. If you do crash into the ground, you can still, hit hard enough that it can pop these switches back and they can knock out of place. But they do hold pretty good, so that's good that you can't just knock them out of position by just a very gentle landing or something like some of the ones that don't lock. So here's the camera in the front, a very, very tiny looking little pinhole type camera, just a little, really small lens, very narrow field of view. Like I said, it's only 480p. So it's the biggest problem though I have isn't necessarily the camera's quality. It's not like full of jello or anything, thankfully. I'm sure there's some, but I don't remember it being a really bad problem when I viewed the video. But it's permanently tilted down at about maybe 45-degree angle about, and you cannot adjust this. You can't move it up towards the horizon. So when you're flying this, you are stuck filming down towards the ground, and that makes FPV flying impossible. You can't fly this around and see where you're going unless you really know the ground really well around there you're flying, because all it's doing is filming the ground. So that's disappointing to me that it's locked into position because you can't see where you're going. So pretty much the app is going to be used for just recording the video that you're filming, because FPV flying is going to be completely useless on this. It does have an on and off switch in the back, which is kind of nice. I do like when they add on and off switch, so you don't have to, it won't come on as soon as you plug in the battery. Let's look in the battery bay here. Here's a little micro low-C connector where this battery goes. It's a 550 milliamp hour 1S LiPo, and it's a little bit of a tight fit, but it fits okay in there. A little harder just to get it back out once you get the battery plugged in. And of course you can wait and then plug in turn the switch on when you're ready to actually do the flying. Let's go ahead and turn it on here so you can show you the LEDs. Go ahead and flip the switch on. You got green here in the back and red in the front, and you got blue eyes for orientation. So the lights, the eyes help, though these little bitty tiny LED bulbs on the bottom are just very difficult to see during the day. They get hidden, see? So you can't see that. You just kind of have to rely on the eyes. So not the best LEDs. I would like to see larger LED bulbs, or a larger area where the bulbs are in, make it light up a larger area so you can see it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and turn that off and unplug it. The flight time that I get out of this was also a little disappointing. It was about 5 minutes. That's not really good. It's not horrible, but I would like to see 7-8 minutes is really good for a toy drone. 5 minutes is kind of on the low end for flight time. So not the best flight time out of this. The charger is pretty typical. When it's micro low-C to USB, the red light comes on and will go off when it's finished. That takes about 45 minutes to charge this battery up. There's a few more accessories that come in the box here. You've got there's two bags with your extra propellers, so a full set of props, and you get a set of prop guards if you wish to use those. The controller is kind of like that Xbox game style controller. As you can see, this drone does have altitude hold. This is I believe this is headless mode. Let me look at instructions to make sure that I'm getting this correct. The top one here this is headless mode. and this is your one key return to fly back the opposite direction that it takes off. This is your photo and video if you have an SD card version. I can't see that there's any SD card slot on this drone, so again, that's why I'm saying this is just 480p, because it's just recording the Wi-Fi feed back to the app. I'll have to double check that to confirm it, that I recorded it correctly to the app, but it looked like it was just 480p to me. Let's see, these middle buttons here is your rates down and rates up, which is again odd. It works fine, it's just weird. You have to remember to go back down, up. I believe there's 3 rates. You know, it does have a decent amount of pitch and highest rate, though it's not exactly fast, especially in the wind. It does not handle wind well at all. It just really wobbles around. But it has 3 rates. The yaw did increase some with each one of the rates, so that's always good. Let's see, this is your pitch and your roll trim here. This one right here is your auto takeoff and your auto landing. And let's see, is this the yaw trim? Pretty sure, yeah, this would just be your yaw trim, which you rarely ever need to use a yaw trim. So auto takeoff, auto landing, rate up, rate down, rate up, photo video, headless mode, and one key return. This right here, if you hold down, I think for 3 seconds, is auto kill the motors. If you need to kill the motors, I think it said 3 seconds. Yeah, it says press for 3. And this is your flips. It does flips decent, actually. They're not terrible. So that's good that it can actually handle the flips. Now it uses a phone clip here to clip your phone in, so it holds it pretty decent. And let's see here, the app you're going to use is called the FYD FPV app. I'll put a screenshot here from the Play Store. It always wants me to update, and it never updates, so I can never do an actual update from them. Let's see if it has any 17. It doesn't have any 720p preview, but I've never seen this exact app before. I got to go back here. And see, it constantly wants me to update. So we're just going to use this to record the FPV feed so you can see the video. You can obviously fly it with just the app only, which I never recommend to do. So pretty basic, even though I've never seen this exact app, it's just very similar to all the other ones that are out there. So, all right, I think that pretty much covers everything in terms of just a basic overview of the drone. So let's go ahead and we'll take this outdoors and get a flight review. Alright guys, so I have the FQ777, the FQ24, his actual model number outside here. We're going to take it up for a test flight. I've got it bound with my phone. It's a little hard to see with the glare today, the FPV feed, but it's aiming down towards the ground, like I said, and it really makes FPV flying useless on this particular drone. So I'm going to go ahead and before I start recording, you do to calibrate the gyros. I'm going to put this on a level surface here. The instructions does not tell you this, which is pretty common. More and more I've seen drones that don't tell you how to calibrate the gyro. It's irritating. If you need to recalibrate them, it's down and to the right. And you'll see the lights blink and stop. That's how you calibrate. Just make sure you're doing it on a flat level surface. So let's go to move it outside of the garage here. And I'm going to go ahead and start recording some video here. The icons do disappear, but you tap the screen, they'll come back. So let's go ahead and start recording some video. All right, and go ahead and start the propellers up. You just give it throttle. And you can just take off yourself like that. I went and did the auto landing there. Or you can tell it to auto takeoff. Let's go ahead and do the auto takeoff. So you got to give it some throttle and go ahead and take off. That's a nice auto takeoff. It seems to hold altitude fairly good as well. That's just the lowest rate there. You see, you can't really do much of a funnel, and you're not going to fight wind much. Now I'm going to go up to the second rate there by pressing the middle right button. There's a bit of a breeze going from left to right here. I'm going to bring it back here. We got some traffic. Well, it's not going to come by the house. Thought I had some road traffic coming there. There's the yaw on the second rate. Let's go up to the third rate, and it looks like it's a little bit faster. See, there's the highest rate. There's a lot more pitch. But even that little gentle breeze is having a little bit of a difficulty, kind of bobbing and bouncing around. But I'm going to keep it in the highest rate. It's much easier to control. The FPV feed seems decent, but like I said, since you're seeing the ground, the only time you really notice it there and you can see anywhere is when I give it backwards pitch. Then you can, right there, see now I can see the horizon. That's because I'm aiming upwards by 45 degrees. So as you can see right now, all we're seeing is the road in front of my house. So if you want to fly this up and maybe look at your roof or something in your house, it's fine for that. But it's not going to be something you can use for FPV flying because you just can't see where you're going. It's really only going to be used for filming something on the ground that you know what you're going to be filming, you know. Just kind of let the breeze take it down the road here a little bit from left to right. And it's a very narrow field of view. It's not a wide angle lens, and it's only 480p. So, you know, I'm not, you know, it says 720 on the instruction on the back of the box, but it's not. It's having a really hard time right now fighting this breeze, and it's not that hard. It's coming back now, but boy, that was a struggle. Just about thought I was going to lose it across the street in those bushes. Let's go ahead and do a flip here while we get some battery, because I said it doesn't fly very long either. There's a reverse flip. The flips are pretty nice. I'll bring it back here closer before we do another one. Let's do a left flip into the wind. That was a bit sloppy, but that was into this wind. It's a little more understandable. All right, kind of a break in the breeze here. Let's do a right flip. See, the flips are not too bad unless you get a really good wind gust, because like I said, this thing is not like wind at all. Flip it. Here we go. Let's do a right flip again. Let's do a back flip. Yeah, I mean, I like its flipping for, you know, for the size of the drone. It flips pretty nicely. Let's go ahead and do an auto landing so you guys can. I did one there right at the beginning, but didn't advertise that it was what it was. Let's go ahead and land it. Very nice auto landing. Like I said, unfortunately, you can't just press auto takeoff and have it take off. You've got to actually give it throttle. You don't. Most of them, these quadcopters have like an unlock feature, and this doesn't have it. You just got to give it a little throttle. That spins other props, then you go ahead and give it the auto takeoff button. I've not tested headless mode, as you probably know from my channel. I'm not a big fan of headless mode. I'm sure it works fine, but those are gimmicky to me. They're gimmicks. They don't teach you how to fly. One key return is, you know, dependent on how good headless mode works and how good one key return works. Go ahead and stop recording. I do like the lot of audio beep there to let you know that you press the button on the controller, or the screen of your phone, I should say. That should give you guys a good enough idea on how long the recording and the flight is, because we're already on low battery here, and you know, it seemed like it came down. Let's go ahead and take it up just to confirm that is dead battery. Let's go ahead and unlock the props and do auto takeoff. Yeah, it won't even take off. So as you see, that was not a very long flight time. I don't know if that I think I recorded about 3.5 minutes, and I was recording I think the whole time just about. So like I said, I got about 5 minutes the other day, you know, here in this wind. You know, it's fighting that too, but I don't think that was even 5 minutes. I don't know if I even got 4 minutes. That was not very impressive. So overall, you know, it's okay. I mean, it's not a terrible flyer. It's not very good in the wind. The biggest problems I have is the short flight time and the camera. Probably the biggest is the camera aiming down. FPV flying is impossible. The recorded footage is okay. It's not like a Jello Fest or something, but you know, I would like to see a longer flight time out of that. I'm not sure why the flight time's so short. So at the end of the day, there's better options out there, but if you're looking for a Mavic style clone without breaking the bank, this is not a horrible drone, but there's far better options out there if you're looking for something in a toy class to fly around with. So that should wrap this review up, and I got a few things coming here, so you guys stay tuned and hope everybody has a good day.
The power of the dark side.